What was it like for you tonight? I mean, it's been a while since you coached a game, and your first game here, and the way you've been received here. What was tonight like for you?
Yeah, first of all, it's all about the players. I always feel like that on opening night. I put all my effort and kind of thought process. Starts a couple days before, just reaching out to the guys at night, text messages, some one-on-one meetings, just making sure the guys know. We work so hard, like the summer, the preseason, the practices, and then you get to game night, and you just don't want it to backfire. As hard as these guys want to play, and as much as they want to win, and I thought tonight, the free throw line got us a little bit. But no, it's not about me. But with that question, obviously the first game of the season reflection. I normally text my coaches. I text some former athletic directors that gave me opportunities along the way. But the start of college basketball, there is everybody's got a journey, and so certainly today I kind of reflected. I'm just blessed to be here. I believe in this place. I just watching the run football's on right now, and women's basketball, and Olympic sports, and baseball. It's just we're just trying to do our part. This campus is on fire right now, and we're just going to try to do our part in men's basketball. But there's no place I don't think anybody would rather be right now than Oxford, Mississippi.
TJ and Jalen Pye said it, but from your perspective, what did you see in those first 28 minutes that was kind of keeping the offense from doing what it did in that last stretch there?
Well, we were getting some good looks from three, and the ball wasn't going in. We are a team that wants to shoot the three in transition. Weakest part of any defense is early or late, and so those are shots we're going to keep taking. Our guys put a lot of time in. I have a lot of confidence. I'll predict that we'll be up here sooner than later talking about a 55, 60% three-point shooting night percentage-wise. So obviously the free throw line wasn't helping us. We got to the bonus early. We were getting to the free throw line. I don't know if that's nerves or just a bad night, but those things weren't helping us. Lots of good offensively, though. To 8 turnover game, I think we had 2 turnovers in the last 20 minutes of the game. It's hard to do. 17 offensive rebounds. We're manufacturing points when we aren't having a great shooting night again. And then defensively, I think we held the opponent to about 28% shooting. Mike told me that might have been the best defensive effort in the last decade here, percentage-wise. So lots of positives. But I absolutely love the expectations. It's almost like our locker room doesn't understand we just won our first game of the season, and I love that. That means our expectations are the point where, we're not here just trying to win opening night. We're trying to get better and better and better, and we will. We will.
It seemed like you and Morrell had an exchange after the first time out, and you were listening to him. What was that like with that interaction with him? What's it like having a player like that on the floor with that experience?
I don't remember exactly that conversation, but I do know that Matt and I talked a lot during the game, especially at halftime. I mean, nobody wants to win more than Matt Morrell. No one's had a better offseason in college basketball. His heart's in the right place. He just wants to be that guy for the team. I thought he was pressing just a little bit early. That's just not on him. That's me too. I'm his coach, and so just trying to get him to relax a little bit. But he was dialed in at halftime. He was positive. He was talking to his teammates, and I thought he gave us a poise in the right times. He obviously can play a lot better, and he will.
What did you think of the sequence there, maybe midway through the second half with TJ? I think he did a 10-2 run, had that effort play where he, under the basket, forced the, an offensive rebound for you guys.
Yeah, I think a couple of them were transition threes, and we want that. Like we work hard, we run, we try to get our best shooters shots in the open floor, and we'll never stop taking those. I believe in those guys as shooters, so it's nice to see the basket open up a little bit. I thought TJ was dialed in. He's very competitive tonight. Got a little tired at times, but he was owning it. It was like eye contact. Yes, sir. I took that play off, so no problem. But tonight's the kind of balance we want. We get the 4 players in double figures, and we're looking for that 5th or 6th guy. Brake didn't have a great night shooting it, but I like it. I like that he got 10 shots in the game. So, we get that 5th or 6th guy in the double figures. That's where we think we're really difficult to play against.
You mentioned poise a couple of times. What does that look like from your perspective while you're coaching? How do you stay poised throughout the game?
I just think a calmness, not a fake calmness. You got to have real man conversations. You got to be able to take coaching and make some adjustments, but at the same time, it can't get negative. And tonight we had really positive halftime, positive bench, and again, nobody wanted to win more than we did opening night. A lot of work has gone into this, not just our team, but I mentioned the crowd tonight. Like a lot went into this game. We wanted to play well, and it was very similar, kind of eerily similar to an NCAA tournament game. And at halftime when I came in, I don't know if the guys were expecting like an outburst and all that, but no, I thought the effort was fine. We just got to play better. So I just kind of calmed the guys down, explained to them, because many of our guys haven't played in the tournament. Like, this is a lot like the first round. You know, like, we've had a good season. We want to win in the first round. We've had a great offseason. We'd like to win the first game, but the other team is well coached and a good team as well. So I thought the guys did a great job tonight, just poise. We had some separation runs where I thought we could really blow it open. Then we just had some defensive lapses. We got to guard the ball better. And just when you need that stop, you know, I thought we had some chances tonight to really blow it open, but we couldn't get that timely stop. And we're always looking for what we call kills. That's 3 stops in a row over the course of the game. We feel like if we can get 7 kills throughout a 40-minute game, those 21 stops and how they come make us very difficult to play against. And tonight we had 2 stops, couldn't get the kill. 2 stops, couldn't get the kill. So I thought it was a great opening night. I'll never forget this crowd and the attendance and all the work that went into this. And we're going to try to build on this. Just encourage all those fans to come back out Friday. You know, we got a big football game. And certainly if the fans are going to Athens, you know, do that. You know, I wish I could go there too. But anybody that's still in Oxford and is not going to the football game, we'd love for them to consider coming back out here Friday night. That was a great crowd tonight. I was super impressed.
Anything else, Phil?
So a lot less of Jamarian in the second half. Is that a matchup thing, fatigue thing, something else?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of confidence in Sharp. Thought he was dialed in another night with looked like 4 or 5 blocks from where I was. And he had a chance to block another 4 or 5 shots, but our on-ball defense was fouling, you know, and it's like when you play with Sharp, just don't foul. Like, you know, just wall up, don't foul, let him do. So I thought it was about a 7 or 8 block game for him is what it looked like from where I was sitting. But yeah, nothing that he did or didn't do. Just down the stretch, they were stretching us out a little bit with small ball. They had 5 3-point shooters in the game. And we work hard on that in practice. I have a lot of confidence that Sharp can guard shooters. But tonight wanted to break that chance down the stretch to kind of take a rough game and flip it, and he did. So it's great to see Break respond on a night where he wasn't playing his best. He stayed dialed in and made some real good plays in the last 7 minutes of the game that helped us win. But no, Sharp's one of our best players, and got a lot of confidence in him.
Any more questions for Coach? All right.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.